Want to see how I achieve these beautiful boho braids? I got you, sis. Sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. It's your girl Karrill DaDiva. Today I'm gonna be doing some boho braids. Yes guys, I've been seeing it all over TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, so I decided to do them. I'm gonna first part my hair out and then I'm gonna show you guys what I got in the box, because the hair that I'm gonna be using today is from Wigs. You probably heard of them. So inside of the box I got this shining jam. I also got this edge brush, and I got this tail comb. I also got two clips that may come in handy when you're doing your hair. So like I said guys, they sent me a whole box with everything that I need to do my hair, and I'm also gonna show you the hair coming up next. This is the braiding hair that they sent me. Most of you guys are probably familiar with it already. This is 26 inches and it's the pre-stretch expression 100% canicaline, which means it's synthetic hair. And they sent me 2 packs. They also sent me this hair, which I believe is theirs. And this is the curly hair that I'm going to be putting onto the hair, and they sent me 3 packs. And I'll let you guys know at the end of the video how much hair I use for this style. This is what the curly hair looks like out of the package, and I'm gonna go ahead and take out a little bit of it. I could have just take the string off, but I thought that I really didn't need that much. I really thought that I was gonna have a lot of this hair left over, so I was, you know, being very stingy with it at first. But let me tell you, like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all how much hair I use. So anyway, I'm getting the top of it wet. This way I could control the hair better. It will stay together, and I'll just take out what I want as I go along. So for each of my braids I put 5 pieces of the curly hair on it, and this is about how big or how small the size is of each pieces that I put on it. So I put 5 of these on each of my braids. I'm gonna go ahead and get started so you guys could see how I did them. I'm gonna first take out, you know, my first section in the back like I would normally do when I'm doing box braid, because it's really not much different from when I'm doing box braids. The only difference is adding the curly hair on it. So in this first row I'm going to be doing 3 of them, so I'm going to go ahead and take out my first section. I then add some jam on it because, you know, we want to make it look nice and sleek, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and now I'm going to go ahead and grip the root just like I show you guys in other braiding videos that I have, and start my braid. And as soon as I started, I added my first piece of curling hair, as you can see here. So after adding the hair in, I pull it up onto the top of my head just to get it out of my way while I continue to braid, because I don't want to braid it in with the rest of the hair. And I'm gonna keep braiding it down about 2 to 3 inches before adding my second piece of curly hair. Here, as you can see, I'm adding in my second piece. And I'm also going to put that second piece on the top of my head and pin it down too, just to get it out of the way of the rest of the braids that I'm doing. I wasn't able to show you guys how I finished this first braid, but don't worry, I have other parts in the video where I will show you how I did the entire thing. I was having problems with my camera. I had to switch camera, all of that stuff. I was having way too much technical problems. So after adding in your second piece, you want to braid it down again about 3 inches or so from that second piece, and then add your third piece. I like to eyeball it and put the third piece somewhere in the middle, and then we're gonna do the same with adding in the fourth piece, and then the fifth and last piece we're gonna add it to the end, and you'll see how I do it. As you can see, as I'm braiding it, I'm getting what looks like flyaway hair. That's the end of the hair sticking out, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna cut that off as soon as I'm done with the braid. That's like easy to take care of, so don't worry about this if this is happening to you. Now I'm adding on the last piece, and if you watch carefully, you'll see how I add it on. I add it on to the end, and I continue to braid it in with the rest of the hair. I didn't take this piece out like I would with the others because I want this to be the end of my braid. After I braid it down far enough to where I feel like it's secure in the braid, I then stop and use one piece of the braid to tie it. And I tie it 2 times just for enough security, and I leave it like that. For me, it was secure enough, but if it's not, or if you don't feel like it's secure enough for you, then you could also add the air bond glue on it, and that will help, or whatever glue you feel like adding there, whatever glue you're okay with putting in your hair, you could add there, but the bonding glue I feel like would be the better one to use. After I tie it, then I cut the end off with my scissors, and then I trim up anything that look like they're sticking out. Here I am doing another one for you guys. Remember to add your first piece as soon as you start your braid. Sometimes when I'm doing it, I realize that I forget, so it's easy to forget. But try not to, because you want the curly hair to be all over, and that's how it's gonna look nice and full, fluffy, and just look the best. And I'm saying this because I've seen some of this style, this boho style, and it doesn't look that cute. And one thing about me, I'm not gonna wear it if it doesn't look that good. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I want it a certain way, and this is what get me to be doing my own hair in the first place, because people want to do what they want to do with your hair, not what you're paying them to do. So I like it to be full, and that's the way I did it. I want it to look nice and full. Another thing, guys, when I'm putting in the last one, I usually try to make it thicker than the rest of them. I try to do it intentionally, but if I didn't have a thicker one there, because I take them all out, you know, in preparation to put them in, but if I don't have one thick enough, then I'll just use what I have. But I try to use a thicker one at the end, because I feel like it would just flow with the rest of the braids and look more natural. Don't mind me, y'all, I was just jamming to my music while I was doing my hair. But here we go. I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and tie the end of it again and show y'all how I do it. And then, of course, after I tie it, I go ahead and cut that off, all the straight pieces. Now that you guys got a hang of what I'm doing, a good understanding, I hope, I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up so we could get to the end much faster. If there's anything that you didn't understand, anything that I missed, don't be afraid to ask in the comment box. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And here I'm showing you guys what one of the finished braids actually look like. And now for the very last one, y'all. And we are all done braiding them in. Now I'm gonna go ahead and trim up the ends because it's not even or as even as I would want it to be. And now I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize my curls, and you guys already know what's in here, but just in case you don't, I have water, conditioner, and oil in there, and I like to spray this on my curly hair or my braids. After I spray this on, I'm gonna put some moisturizer on it. I'm not gonna dip it in hot water. I see people do that, but I want to keep my curls the way they are. I don't want to mess with the curls, so I'm not gonna dip it in hot water. It's not necessary. It wasn't necessary for me, but if you feel like doing it, then go right on ahead and do you, girl. I'm also not gonna add any mousse on it, and the reason why is the mousse is gonna make it stiff because it's meant to hold your hair, and I don't want that. I want it to be as flexible as possible. And I forgot to add my oil on my scalp, but this is the last thing I'm gonna be doing to my hair to finish it up, and I'm gonna go do my makeup, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. And this is the finished look, you guys. Are gorgeous. I cannot believe how beautiful it turns out. As usual, I was not expecting it to look this good. Guys, isn't it beautiful? This is definitely a vacation hairstyle, a Christmas hairstyle, a Thanksgiving hairstyle, holiday hairstyle, whatever occasion it may be. Listen, I would get married in this hairstyle. You hear me? I've been wanting to try this hairstyle so bad, but I keep procrastinating, and with everything else that I got going on with my life, I couldn't get to it anyway. But I was so happy when this company reached out to me and asked me to do it. And the good thing about it is the curly hair that they sent is not gonna be tangling and all of that stuff. It's not gonna get dry because it's very what should I say, very silky. So it's a really good hair, and this is what braiding hair I have left from the braiding hair I started with, and I will also show you guys how much hair I have left from the curly hair. So for the curly hair, this is what I have left. It's not a full pack. I actually had to take out enough to do 4 braids from it, so that was like 20 pieces I had to take out from it. So yeah, that's what we have left, guys. But let's get back into how gorgeous this hair looks and how good it makes me feel. I have to move back some so you guys could see the, you know, the entire length of it. This hairstyle took me an entire day to do, but let me tell you guys, it was so worth it because I really love the outcome. I actually did put it up in a bun. I didn't do it in the video, but let me put some pictures up here so you guys could see how it looked when it was in a bun. I will leave all the details for the hair down below, guys, so definitely check the description box for that. As usual, guys, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Also, if this is your first time on my channel, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.